Ahoy, bold leaders. Today we are going to speak how to generate leads for your business using quantum AI. And there are a few components. Before I start, let me share a short story which will prove the concept, how it works, why it works, and how you can use it for your advantage. Okay. So once upon a time, I was there sitting with ChatGPT and typing some questions related to lead generation, lead magnets, and all the things. And for a very, very extended period of time, I believed that we need to generate content and generate lead magnets that people would like. And I also thought that I'm going to share with them the thing that they actually like and need. Because in most cases, people want something different than what they need. So, for example, some people believe that when they swallow a specific pill, they will lose weight. But the truth is, they need sustainable health routines. But the truth is, when I was generating my lead magnets before, I was somehow connected to specific, particular single people in my audience who converted later on and bought my offers. But this time I decided that I need to increase the volume of people who join my top of the funnel. So went to ChatGPT, described the situation, used specific prompt, and asked ChatGPT to support me. And ChatGPT suggested the list of 50 ChatGPT prompts that can help people grow their Facebook communities. And I thought, okay, it's a good idea. But in the meantime, use the same strategy that ChatGPT suggested in the same spectrum of actions. And it allowed my group to grow by around 100 people in just 3 days. So for a group which previously had 460-ish members, growing to 560 in 3 days was visible. People noticed it. So knowing that it works, started promoting this lead magnet and said that, oh, look, those people joined my Facebook community. So these are the prompts that helped me achieve that. And people started like really commenting under the posts, messaging me and wanting this freebie. So I started sharing it. And this is how I generated 111 leads from a few lead magnet posts. And the same strategy was used by my colleague and client who generated 47 leads within 24 hours, just sharing content. No cold outreach, no additional videos or something like that, just written posts. Okay. And let's speak about it, why it worked, and what is the strategy that you can use in a few simple steps. So step number one, which is very important, but we're not going to cover this here, is branding and your authority. So how are you perceived by your audience? How do you show up? How do you build your authority? Who are you in your content? Do people know you? Do you have your followers? Do you have your audience, or are you just or are you building it? If you're building your audience, then this strategy is absolutely going to support you and help you. But the truth is, to convert those leads, you're going to need some additional work related to warming up the leads. This is the background that you need to know, because this is not a recipe that is going to help you, oh, just put this and you're going to make zillions of dollars. No, this is the first step, okay? The first step that you are going to do to generate leads to your business so that you can warm up your audience and then you can sell them your offers. So when you generated this kind of lead magnet, the lead magnet is extremely important because especially my friends, financial coaches, have this challenge in their minds and lives because they believe that people need wealth and they want to work with people who want to build wealth. And the truth is, this is a very good concept, but this is the concept for people who are already making money. So, for example, if you are a kind of person who works with clients who have sustainable 10 grand a month, and you are a kind of person who had 10 grand months and now is above this level, then of course this strategy is going to support you because you are going to work with people who you can really help because you've been there. You went those paths. But if you're a kind of person who wants to help people build wealth, but your result is you paid out the debt, the truth is you are missing your market, because you should say, look, I'm going to help you and support you in paying out the debt, and this is the process we're going to go through. And for most of my friends, you speak about the numbers. Like, I paid 100 grand debt. But for people, it is not only relevant how much money you paid, but what did it cost you? For example, if I wanted to pay out all of my debt, I would need to resign from my life, my pleasures, my family, my vacations, my everything. And how did you do it that you survived? Because the truth is, your audience desires results that they can feel and understand. And they know that to pay the debt, they need to have some costs. Like, for example, resigning from their favorite restaurant or changing their lifestyle. And they need to understand and feel that it is not as painful as they believe it is. For the other group of my audience, which is spiritual coaches who support people in overcoming their challenges using mindset, in many cases, you're trying to sell something that is ethereal and hard to grab. So, for example, when I started selling my offers, I was selling marketing strategies. And there was a very narrow group of people that was interested in marketing strategy. But in most cases, people believe they do not need strategy, but they need tools. And although my mentor says that people want from her strategy, but actually they need mindset, up to a point I agree. But in my case, people didn't want the strategy, which I knew, which I was using, which I had results with, but they wanted the tools, specific tools to solve very narrow problems. So when I went to AI marketing, developing my business and growing it using additional layer of my skill sets, people also started asking about the tools instead of strategy and mindset. So for a very extended period of time, because I told you it took me a while, I was trying to sell them AI or quantum AI for their businesses. But the truth is, they didn't want AI or quantum AI. They wanted to have more clients, or they wanted to have their content generated, or they wanted their groups to grow. This is why I had to shift my business to give them what they need, but sell them what they want. And the most important part is to find the balance between what people want and what people need so that they have the results. Because the result is the most important part that is going to verify if you delivered what you promised. So when I promised my client that you're going to grow your Facebook group using those prompts, I was telling the truth, because they will grow their groups when they use prompts. The only thing that they need to remember is they need to use the prompts. And in many cases, when you get too many prompts, you do nothing. So continuing this, the lead magnet has to also be result-based and sell the results that you actually have and people want. So for example, if you dropped 20 pounds in a specific certain amount of time, people do want it. If you generated X number of money in your business, people probably want it. If you are in a beautiful, incredible relationship and you can show people how you built this relationship, people might want it. So when you focus on the results that you have, and they don't need to be some, I made $100,000 in 3 days. They don't have to be that way, that like big like that, because then you also lose the sense of relatability with other people. Other people think, okay, you are an outlier, you are someone out of the box, you're someone different, very different. For me, those results wouldn't be possible. So this is why, apart from showing them the result itself, we should also share with them the emotional side of getting this result. What do I mean by that? People can't relate to the numbers that they don't understand. So for example, it is hard for them to understand why should they dream about having the private jet if they don't even have a car. But they can relate to the ability, for example, to be independent, because you are independent in your trips when you have this private jet. Maybe they are independent when they have their bike and they can ride a bike wherever they want to. So being independent is the thing, emotional thing, that connects those two situations. So instead of only speaking about your private jet, you can speak about feeling of being independent, which is somehow related to the private jet, but also to the other situations in your life. Because in most cases, when you share your wealth that way, people might judge you and say, oh, this is a bro marketer. They're selling the Ferraris and Porsche and all the thing. But the truth is, a lot of people who are showing their wealth that way are people who had to earn very, very hard to have it. And this is why they show it. They don't show it because they just want to sell, they show it because they are proud. And the feeling of pride can also be shared in your content. So the emotional thing that you are sharing has to also be present there. And while speaking about it, there are certain strategies that we can use on different platforms. And when it comes to strategy, this is not a secret science or some kind of, secret ingredient that people don't know. This is very simple, very easy to follow. So the first step of the strategy is to define who are the people that you want to work with and what is their need. Because once you know what they need and you know who they are, it's easier for you to provide what they need and what they want. So the first thing, we need to know who this person is and what is their desire. Number two, we need to provide them the product. And Alex Hormozy says it very often, and I agree with him 100%. We need to provide something that the other people charge for. So in case of my prompts, other deliverers of the software charge for access to their prompts. And I gave it away for free. So people were interested because they know in the other solutions or programs, they need to pay for this. And in my programs and in my freebies, they get it for free. Or this is included in the price of the program. So to continue, when you have the product that you want to sell, you need to ask yourself, what is the platform that I want to promote it at? For example, is your platform YouTube? Is your platform Facebook? Is your platform Instagram? Is your platform TikTok? Is your platform something else? Okay, put it over there. What is where do you want to share it with your audience? If you have 5,000 followers on Facebook, promoting this on TikTok where you have 20 people makes no sense because you have your main audience, your core audience on Facebook. But if you don't have any accounts developed, then ask yourself, where will I grow the fastest? And where do I want to grow? Where can I commit to provide materials so that I can grow? And the next thing that I can and want to add is using AI to get content done. And in my program, which is the Leads for Wolves, this is the new program. I'm super excited to deliver it. We're going to speak how to create the product that they desire, which is the lead magnet that they desire, and how to use artificial intelligence to create materials or content that is going to really convert. So keeping that in mind, check the links below. Maybe you're interested in that. And additional layer, which is also very important, is mindset. And I already told you this is important, but you might not believe me. So why is mindset so important? Mindset is important because it allows you to believe that you can get this done. You can have the growth of your audience. You deserve the growth of your audience. And giving you the example, before I posted those posts, before I started growing my group, I did a huge mindset work before it started to work. And the results of this work are like, oh, 1 day success, incredible. But the truth is, the path that led to this 1 day was the path of 30 days where I was really committed to doing the mindset work. And the question is, Are you committed to do this work? With my clients, we're doing the very simple and very short challenge. It's 21 days where we are trying to form the new habits when it comes to being visible, when it comes to growing your mind, your audience, when it comes to becoming the person who gets leads with ease. And this runs on autopilot, but you need to do the work. So if you're interested in being in the challenge, in changing your life, in having this kind of experience, drop the comment below, say yes to mindset, and I'm going to share the link with you. So to summarize this all, getting leads is very simple, but we need a few components. So number one, we need to know who our person is and what they want. Number two, we need to know where they are and be there too. Number three, we need to share content that is relatable for them, especially in the emotional context. So let me know in the comments, do you like it? Don't you like it? And we're in touch.